Good morning, students. Today, I hope you all have understood how to solve the numericals, and I hope everyone has a handful of practice for doing all the numericals. Once again, what you can do, you can take only the question and practice it for the answers, how it is to be done, and be careful with the minus sign whenever you are doing with it. Otherwise, the answers are going to be totally wrong. Now today we are going to see about the problems which is related to the ray diagrams. It is not only with the numericals you have to draw, but there are some questions related with which we have to draw the ray diagrams. This may be for 3 marks as well as for 5 marks questions. These questions will be asked in the examination based upon the ray diagrams. So please, it is necessary for you all to draw it with a proper using pencil and scale, so that your diagram should look very neat and clean. Don't draw any diagram with your rough hand. Free hand. Don't draw any diagram with the free hand. Use proper scale, pencil, and draw the ray diagrams very properly. So for the today's question, first one. So let's start how to draw the ray diagram, what type of questions you will be getting in the examination. So for the first question which I have taken is, draw a ray diagram to show that the path of the reflected ray corresponding to the incident ray of light parallel to the principal axis of a convex mirror, and show the angle of incidence and angle of reflection on it. Means what we have to do, we have to take first of all here which mirror they have told for us. They have told to take a convex mirror for us. After taking a convex mirror, what it is been told for us, that we have to show a path of light reflected corresponding to the incident ray and parallel to principal axis. Means incident ray is parallel to principal axis, and we have to show the reflected ray. After showing the reflected ray, we have to show that these incident ray and reflected ray are having angle of incident is equals to angle of reflection. Hope you have understood the question. So now we will draw the diagram. As it is told for us to take a convex mirror, so we will be taking a convex mirror. So this is our convex mirror. You can draw using even a compass very properly, so that you can draw it in a proper manner. Then we will be drawing a principal axis. So this will be our pole, this will be our focus, and this will be our center of curvature, because this is going to be the circle formation. Clear? For a convex mirror, this will be our sphere, wherein the focal length and center of curvature is going to be towards your right side for a convex mirror. For a convex mirror, always focal length and center of curvature will be towards your right side. For that reason, focal length will be always positive for a convex mirror. Now it is told us to draw a line parallel to principal axis. So a line parallel to principal axis. So this is a line parallel to principal axis. Now we have to show the reflected ray. So reflected ray will be going in this manner for us. This will be our reflected ray. But this reflected ray, according to the rule which we have studied, in this rule what we have studied, that reflected ray parallel to principal axis always passes through the focus. But here, as if this we have to show that it is passing through focus. So whenever we are showing that line appears to pass through focus, you have to draw a dotted line and show this is the reflected ray. So now this is our incident ray, and this is our reflected ray. Clear? Now we have to show that this angle of incidence and angle of reflection is equal. We have to show on this one angle of incidence and angle of reflection. Now coming back to our plane mirror, while when we have studied about the plane mirror, at the time what we have done, we have taken an incident ray on the plane mirror and the reflected ray we have taken, and we have drawn a perpendicular line which we call it as normal. So here for drawing a normal, we will be using the normal as we have seen rule 3. In rule 3 what we have discussed, a line passing through center of curvature will be reflecting back in the same path. So here this center of curvature will be acting as a normal, because this will be having the same incident ray and reflected ray will be same. So because of this will be our angle of incidence and this will be our angle of reflection. So you have to mention here now like this: incident, angle of incident and angle of reflection. So this is our angle of incidence. This is our angle of incidence, and this is our angle of reflection. Angle of reflection. This will be your answer for the question. So, this will be reflection. Clear? This is how you have to show it on the for this answer. You have to show all these things clearly, draw the lines very properly, figure, and this is how you will be showing. This is be a normal. So here normal line for a concave and a convex mirror will be the line passing through center of curvature will be considered as normal, through which this will be forming the angle of incidence and angle of reflection formation will be taking place. Clear? Hope you have understood. Draw the figure very properly, neat and clean. Practice for drawing neat and clean figures only. Now coming back to the second question, the image formed by a concave mirror. So here we got the mirror as concave mirror is observed to be a virtual and erect image. Means we have to give a virtual and erect image and larger than the object size. Larger than the object side. Where should be the position of object relative to the mirror? So where should be the object relative to the mirror? And we have to justify our answer with the help of a ray diagram. When we have drawn the ray diagrams, at the time we have seen 6 cases of a concave mirror. While seeing the 6 cases, in these 6 cases only one case was there wherein we were getting a virtual and erect image. Where we were supposed to get the virtual and erect image? Where we were getting the virtual and erect image? We were getting the virtual and erect image only when the object is placed between pole and focus. If we are keeping an object between pole and focus, then only we will be getting an image which is enlarged and which will be larger than the object size. So we have to justify. So how will you be writing it in this one? When you have to write first of all the statement where should be the position of the object relative to the mirror. So you will be writing first the statement as when the object is placed between pole and focus of the mirror, the image formed is behind the mirror, the image is virtual, erect and enlarged. Means if we are keeping it between if we are keeping it between pole and focus, the image is virtual, erect and enlarged. Clear? So now we have to justify this by drawing a ray diagram. So the mirror given for us is a concave mirror. So we will be having a concave mirror. So this is our concave mirror, and then we will be having a principal axis for us. This is a pole this is focus, and this is center of curvature. For a concave mirror, focus and center of curvature will be always towards left side, so that it will be always negative. Now we have to keep an object between pole and focus. So if we have kept an object here between pole and focus, then we will be having parallel to principal axis passes through focus. Parallel to principal axis passes through focus. This is our rule 1. Parallel to principal axis passes through focus. And second one is passing through center of curvature. So you have to see this line passing through center of curvature, but it has to touch to the head of the object also. Passing through center of curvature, there will be no, it will be retracing its path. Reflection will be in the same path. So now if we observe this figure, if you see at the bottom side, these lines are almost parallel for us. But when we are coming to upside, here they are very close to each other. Means if we extend these lines, they are going to meet. So we will extend these lines. If we are extending these lines, they will be meeting at a point. Means they are meeting at this point. So the image formed is here for us, which is virtual, erect and enlarged. The size of the image is very small and the image formed is very tall for us. So this is our image formed is virtual, erect and enlarged. Clear? So this is how you have to draw and justify your answer. Hope you all are understanding it. Okay, coming back to the next question. In the next question, here it is given for us, draw a ray diagram to show that the path of the reflected ray in each of the following cases. A ray of light incident in a convex mirror. The mirror which we have got, it is a convex mirror, and there are 3 cases given for us. Case 1 is given as striking at its pole, making an angle form through the principal axis. It is through the principal axis. It is the principal axis. Clear? So the first case is given as striking at its pole, an angle formed from the principal axis, and second one is directed towards the principal focus. Through focus means if an incident line is there, when it is passing through focus, how it is going to happen. If we are directing it, the incident ray through focus, then into how it will be there, and then parallel to principal axis. Clear? These are the 3 cases which we have to draw the figure. So what we will do, we will go for case 1A, where it is been told for us that striking at its pole, making an angle from the principal axis. So this is our convex mirror. In this you have to be very careful with the convex mirror, because drawing a ray diagrams will little bit difficult for us, confusing it, not difficult. So this is our pole, this will be our focus, and this will be our center of curvature. So according to the question, what it is being told for us, that striking at the pole means if we are if an incident ray is striking at the pole, if an incident ray is striking it at this pole, sorry, it has to go properly. Striking at the pole, so then it will be reflecting it back in this manner. It should be equal. This will be like this. So this angle of incidence is equals to angle of reflection. Clear? This is how you have to show. This is I and this is R. Simply. But while drawing the figures, arrows is very compulsory, because these arrows only going to give us the information whether the light ray from where it is incident and where it is reflected. Clear? So you have to draw the ray diagrams very properly. Now coming to second question. In second question, it is been told for us that it is directed towards its principal focus. Means if we are striking it towards the focus. So this is our convex mirror. This is our principal axis. This is pole, focus, center of curvature. Now we have to direct it towards the focus. So directing it towards the focus means, if this we have to show it as this is our focus. So we have to draw a line which is showing appears to pass. So this is a line which is striking it on focus. So if it is striking it on focus, light ray which we have incident on focus. So now what will happen to this line? This line will be parallel to principal axis, passing through focus parallel to principal axis. Clear? So this is our incident ray and this is our reflected ray. And the same you can draw here. From here it will be making the center of curvature. So angle of incidence is equals to angle of reflection. You will be getting it. So here this will be angle of incident is equals to angle of reflection. Coming back to the last one. Last one, in this one it is given as is parallel to principal axis. Means if a line is parallel to principal axis, what is the rule for us? Parallel to principal axis always passes through focus. Opposite of the focus. Our focus is passing through focus parallel to principal axis. This is our pole, this is focus and this is center of curvature. So now here we are taking a line parallel to principal axis. So this is a light incident parallel to principal axis for us. Parallel to principal axis passes through focus. So this will be our reflection. So that reflection we have to show that it is passing through focus. Clear? If you take it properly, you will able to draw it. So this will be our focus. Clear? So this is how you have to draw, and then we will be getting here also passing through center of curvature. You can draw a line parallel and you can show that this will be making angle of incident is equals to angle of reflection. So in the examination you will be also getting this type of questions also. So you have to be careful and practice more for the convex mirror. Concave mirror you can draw easily. Only in concave mirror we will be having one case which is having virtual and erect, but rest of all the cases will be the real and inverted image. This same you can use it while solving the numericals also according to the use. Clear? Thank you. Stay home, stay safe. Hope you all are understanding these diagrams how to draw. Thank you.